Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai Bashim Rakakwadash. Shalom, peace, and blessing to the men pushing his work in his truth, prophesying against his wickedness day in and day out, pushing his work out, pushing his truth out of the Bible of life, starting from my church unto the four corners of the earth. Double honor to the elder apostle men of GMS and the elder bishops of GMS. So, Dead Hand or the Lord's Hand, not sure in the title, but about these missiles. I'm just going to play this clip.
Launch a preemptive nuclear attack against it during the Cold War, that it created a dead hand. We're paranoid that the United States was going to launch a preemptive nuclear attack against it during the Cold War, that it created a dead hand system. What is that? They created a system whereby ground sensors would be able to determine nuclear bombs hitting the Russian soil. And if they weren't hearing from the nuclear command and control, so the idea being that the nuclear command and control had been taken out in this preemptive nuclear strike, the dead hand system would launch all of Russia's remaining nuclear weapons, which were like 30,000 at the time, would launch all of them without even needing a hand to push the button, hence the name the dead hand. It set up a system to launch no matter what, even if we're all dead. It's like, don't you dare launch at us, or even our own dead hand will get you. Russia was so...
So the dead hand system was made in the 1960s or something during the Cold War. The Cold War. Let me fact check that. Yeah, and then the Cold War. Um, let me see. So it says the dead hand system began development in the 1960s. So how much more now as far as technology? But it's the Lord. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's spirit is going to be in these missiles. See, now, it's like, okay, it says Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai created these missiles. He created all these things. The dead hand system. This great annihilation that's on its way, this great nuclear war that's on its way, it is by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. As it says, he has spirits created for vengeance. He got all of these weapons for his vengeance. Amos 3 and 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai hath not done it? These missiles that are going to be flying in these cities are by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. That great destruction. He created these things. He created the smith. Read again. Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. So this dead hand system, which is probably on a greater level now, because that was a long time ago, 40 plus 25, 65 years ago. So technology is far more advanced right now. And they have more than 30,000 missiles now. Let's see how much they have. Let's see with Russia. This is probably approximate. I could have sworn they had let's see how many nuclear missiles. I thought it was like, because when I heard far more than that. I don't know. She said 30,000 or something at the time. This said this. I don't know, but what was I getting at? So all those missiles are created for Yahweh Shemi Shai to execute his anger, his indignation, all those things upon this world and this wicked world. So the dead hand system, and I'm gonna go to this video next because this is to show the Lord. Yeah, it's like back to Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord hath not done it? Can't nobody die. There's no evil or destruction without the Lord wanting it to happen. Ain't no missiles flying unless the Lord wanted to fly. The missiles will not fly not a second too soon or not a second too late. Let me see. It might be apocrypha. Let me see. Yeah. 2nd Esdras 4:37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times. And he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled. The Lord controls all things. He can control the systems of these nuclear missiles. Let me get the other clip so I can, get this out the way, and for aid to my talking points.
On the 26th of September 1983, nuclear war was avoided when Russian officer Stanislav Petrov rejected early warning system reports of incoming ballistic missiles as a false alarm. Welcome to HistoryPod. The early 1980s saw increased tension between the United States and the USSR as a result of increased nuclear weapons deployment by both sides and frequent psychological operations by the Americans. When the Soviets shot down a South Korean passenger jet that had strayed into their airspace in early September, it was clear that they were willing to use force if provoked. Stanislav Petrov, a lieutenant colonel in the Soviet Air Defense Forces, was responsible for monitoring the nuclear early warning system from the Sopokhov 15 bunker near Moscow. In the early hours of September the 26th, the system detected what appeared to be an incoming nuclear missile from the United States. This was soon followed by 4 more. The protocol at the time clearly dictated that a perceived attack required an immediate retaliatory strike. Petrov reasoned that a US first strike nuclear attack would involve considerably more than the handful of missiles that were showing, and so concluded that the system was malfunctioning. Although there are contradictory accounts of whether considerably more and that an immediate retaliatory time clearly dictated that a perceived attack required an immediate retaliatory strike.
So the system detected the missiles, supposedly detected the missiles that was coming from the U.S., and the protocol was to immediately retaliate with missiles of their own. That was protocol. But as this is saying, the person that they just showed reasoned that that could be a mistake, because if it was real, it would be much more missiles. So this must be fake.
Petrov reasoned that a US first strike nuclear attack would involve considerably more than the handful of missiles that were showing, and so concluded that the system was malfunctioning. Although there are contradictory accounts of whether he notified his superiors, the fact that Petrov correctly identified the detections as a false alarm almost certainly avoided his commanding officers initiating a counterattack that would have triggered nuclear war.
So, just off of that decision, what if he would have panicked? Or what if he would have just followed the protocol system? But it wasn't time for nuclear war then. Let me grab this. Proverbs 21:1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart, the heart of the of people, of these kings, the ones that are behind these controls of these missiles, they're being controlled by Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It says the deceived and the deceiver are his. As you'll see in the rest of this video, it was a glitch in the system, but I forgot the explanation, the sun or something. The Lord could have easily made him think that was a missile and put it on his spirit to retaliate, like protocol told him to do. But the Lord can even go as far as turning it on by himself and firing it without a human being okaying it. His spirit is in all things.
It later emerged that the error lay with the system's satellites, which had mistaken sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds as the launch of missiles.
I ain't picked it up the first time. Clouds. Could have been a chariot. Possibly. Because they're saying that the mistake was sun reflecting off of a high cloud altitude, a cloud, and mistook that for a missile. Which I'm thinking about now is just kind of, sketchy. How you mistake a cloud for a missile? Could have been something else besides a cloud, or it could have just been the Lord controlling things, how he do. And showing his power, that he has control over the king's heart, like with Pharaoh. He'll do what he wants him to do. Pharaoh gonna do what the Lord wants him to do. Everyone's a part of the Lord's book. These missiles gonna go where he wants them to go. All right, you got Joel 2:7. They shall run, and he's talking about the missiles. They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men. Like men, these are not men. Like men of war. They shall march everyone on his ways. They shall not break their ranks. Neither shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path. When they fall upon the sword, see, fall upon, they shall not be wounded. They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run up upon the wall. They shall climb upon the houses. They shall enter in like at the windows like a thief. The earth shall quake before them. See, that's how you know this is talking about missiles. The earth shall quake before them. The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dark, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. See, talking about missiles, nuclear missiles. Earth is going to quake and shake. The moon and sun will be dark. Clouds, thick clouds, mushroom clouds, ashes in the sky, making the sky dark. All those things. So the Lord is going to control them, and they won't break their ranks. They're going to be aligned. They're going to go where the Lord wants them to go. They're going to hit all their targets that the Lord wants them to hit. I'm going to finish this video.
Petrov later took early retirement, but his story only emerged after the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Let me get the rest of these scriptures. Isaiah 9:5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, like as we see in movies like Spartan 300, where men have shields and swords and spears. And they're in the battlefield, you know. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This nuclear war. Isaiah 13:5, they come from a far country. These nuclear warheads from a far country. Because they're gonna be shot from all over, from a far country. And in this clip, it said Russia's gonna send all the missiles they had, and that's spare no arrows. Empty out the whole arsenal on this place, Babylon, the daughter of Babylon, America. And that's why it's gonna be a lake of fire. It's gonna be so much fire. It's gonna be a lake of it. And it'll never be inhabited again. That's how bad it's gonna be burned up. So many missiles are gonna just overwhelm this place. Overwhelm this place. Let me get that real quick. Jeremiah 50:14. Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow. Shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she hath sinned against the Lord. Spare no arrows. Don't spare no missiles. Empty out your whole arsenal of nuclear missiles. Russia had 5,000, as this Google thing said, according to Google. I don't know exact numbers, accurate or whatever. We're just gonna go according to Google for the numbers and understanding sake. That said Russia had 5,000. It's 50 states or so in America. What is that? 100 times 50? Is that 5,000? I don't know. But you have a bunch of missiles for each state. America is finished. If you put 50 nuclear missiles for each state, let's see, 50 times 50 is 2,500. So 100 times 50 is 5,000. Yep. So if for every state, 100 nuclear missiles hit each state, it's going to wipe. That place would be so finished. It's going to be so finished. There's going to be a flood of fire. We see, you could look up how much damage one nuclear missile can do. They got, digital, I forget the word, scenarios or something along those lines. Predictions or whatever. What one missile could do, 100? All for one state? 5,000 for the whole country? Man, this place is going to be finished. It's a lake of fire. That's what, as it says in the scriptures, a lake of fire. They coming from a far country all over. It says, all ye that bend the bow from far countries. Isaiah 13:5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. It says, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Yep, the whole land of America. The whole land, because it'll never be inhabited again. So I'm going to find that. It's actually in the same chapter. So they shall, of that same Isaiah 13:5. I'm going to read again, I'm going to jump down. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. The whole land. Now jump into verse 20. I'm starting 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency, shall be as when God Yahweh Shema Shai, overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be. It shall be as. It shall be as, just like Sodom and Gomorrah was, burnt up. It says, it shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures. An owl shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the island shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant palaces. And her time is near to come, and her day should not be prolonged. So this place is gonna be desolate, annihilated. And it says they're not gonna break their ranks. That Joel 2:7. If the Lord want them a certain amount to go to each state, then it'll be that way. Revelation 6:12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth. And those are talking about the missiles. The stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places because of all the great shaking of the earthquake. Of the missiles, shaking, rocking it to and fro. It says the earth shall rock to and fro like a drunkard from all these missiles. Isaiah 24:20, the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cabbage. And the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So it's gonna reel to and fro like a drunkard because it's gonna be so many missiles shaking up this place. Great earthquakes. Where am I at? So the stars of heaven fell onto the earth. So in this vision, this is what he sees. Because on the missiles, it has a flame on the back, fire on the back of it, and it lights up. And it looks like a star in the sky. So, and they fell onto the earth. That's why I have this for the visual of that.
She's cracking systems. She just got through portal security for Stratcom in Omaha.
What is she doing? She's hacking nuclear launch codes. Why? Too many people. Why? Too many people. Send Allie's poison.
And in this show clip, an AI did this. So a spirit in a way. But AI did this. Rogue AI unleashed nuclear apocalypse. So a man didn't do it. If you will, a person. Because the Lord controls all these things. He made all these things. So just play.
Kill virus through the web. Do it now. Kill her.
I did that 10 minutes ago. She's locked me out of everything.
Chris, get to the lighthouse bunker. Do it now.
No one knows why, but it's 27 ICBMs have been launched from China. No one knows why, but it's real. They're headed for the United States.
27 ICBMs launched from China. No one knows why. Because the Lord said it's time. Human don't really want to destroy their own place. They don't really want to shoot the missiles off. But the Lord gonna make them shoot the missiles off. Just like he made Pharaoh do what he did. He made Pharaoh go after the Israelites again to destroy them. He hardened their heart.
Open the window.
I've told the crew to contact their families. If there's...
So these are the stars of heaven. These things flying through the sky. And that's the scripture. My soul shall be bathed in heaven.
I've told the crew to contact their families. If there's anyone you need to talk to.
Commander, we finally got a hold of your wife.
I'm here, Patch. You through? Emily?
I'm here.
Oh, thank God. Is Sarah with you?
She's with you. Is it true what they're saying on the news?
Yes, it's true. Boys. Please.
Yes. Here she is. Daddy,
Hey, baby girl.
Happy got me a bike. Can you teach me how to ride it?
Of course. I'll teach you to ride it as soon as we...
Signal lost.
That's a star. This is a star from heaven falling onto the earth. This is a mushroom cloud, as said in Revelation 6. Heavens rolled together, the clouds or something, rolled together like a scroll. So again, Revelation 6 and 13, and the stars of heaven fell onto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs when she is shaken with a mighty wind. These missiles come with mighty winds. Isaiah 34 and 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Because the Lord, this is his weapons. He made these. He used man to make this. And it's going to be bathed in heaven. It's going to go through the skies. Travel from far country. Travel through the heavens. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. Proverbs 21 and 1, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. He, as a river of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Yep. So the Lord will control the man or the machines or anything to fulfill his purpose, to fulfill his will. So that's the dead hand system. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share. So I'll pray to see how about Shema Shai Shalom.